Welcome to GH Top 10, a show where I count down the top 10 moments throughout GH's history. Today we're counting down the top 10 feuds on General Hospital. This show is notorious for epic feuds, and there are so many memorable ones throughout the show's 55-year history that we couldn't possibly show them all. But here are 10 noteworthy feuds to look back on. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for weekly reviews on the show and more top 10 lists that will be coming your way in no time. Coming in at number 10 is Liz vs. Sam.
Well, I guess that's a fair trade. You got Jason's kid, and I got your husband.
Whether you're Team J-Sam or Team Liaison, watching these two go at it is always nothing short of entertaining. These two can put aside their differences in a crisis, most of the time, but when it comes to Jason, there will always be a bit of a rivalry. Whose side are you on? At number 9, it's Sonny vs. Jax.
Should be you in that car! You don't think I know that! Then fix it! Fix it, Sonny! Take out your gun and put it right here, and you shoot yourself in the head.
For whatever reason, these two have been sharing the same girlfriend since the 90s. Brenda, Sam, and Carly have all been their muses at one point or another, but it was the Sonny, Brenda, and Jax triangle that kickstarted their rivalry. Number 8, Lucy Coe vs. the Nurses' Ball. The Nurses' Ball has been an event on General Hospital since the early 90s, and up until just a couple years ago, the hostess with the mostest has ended up in her underwear at some point during the show. Sometimes by accident, and sometimes on purpose. Coming in at number 7, Carly vs. Sonny and Jason's girlfriends.
You lost Jax. You lost Sonny. And now you lost Jason. But they're all three still in my life. So hit the road, Sam. Don't come back.
We have seen 4 actresses portray the role of Carly, but no matter who plays her, the woman in the lives of her current husband Sonny and her best friend Jason have never stood a chance. These days, Carly has softened to Sam being Jason's soulmate and has married Sonny for better or for worse. At number 6, Robin and Patrick vs. Lisa Niles. Before Patrick was a loving husband and father, he was a bit of a player, and one of his ex-girlfriends came into town trying to get Patrick back into her bed. Little did he or Robin know that she was mentally unstable and spent months torturing them. Number 5, Monica vs. Tracy. These two have decades of history together, and we all know Tracy was never the easiest woman to get along with. When Tracy decided to leave town, they ended on good terms, but their fights were always legendary. Number 4, Jason vs. Franco.
You put a bullet through my head, you're going right back to Pentonville, and you won't have Michael there to keep you company. I heard he made a friend, and then he lost him a few days later. You know, it's not even safe to take a shower anymore. But tell Michael not to worry. Carter will live on forever through my work. See?
Once upon a time, Franco was played by actor James Franco. Long before Roger Howard stepped into the role, and long before the writers have spent the last 5 years trying to redeem the character, we watched Franco, who was obsessed with Jason Morgan, torture Jason and everyone he loves. Kidnapping his loved ones, sending rapists after his loved ones, and strapping people he cares about to bombs, not to mention kidnapping his current girlfriend's kid right at birth. Personally, as someone who watched Franco's original story, I will never warm up to the character regardless of who plays him. Where do you guys stand on the matter? At number 3, Anna vs. Cesar Faison.
Thank you. We haven't met.
We have now.
When it comes to obsessions, Faison practically wrote the book. He spent half of his life trying to win Anna's affections, and even after death, the character still haunts Anna to this day. Coming in at number 2, Luke vs. Scott.
What are you doing? What's going on? Let me get back and try and get you.
The feud between Luke Spencer and Scott Baldwin is legendary around the town of Port Charles. Everyone knows the story of Luke and Laura, but it was Scott who Laura first fell in love with. The guy gets a bad rep, but I'm sure you would be pissed too if the girl of your dreams was in love with the guy who raped her while you were married to her. The two of them fought for so long that they became frenemies in the end, but if you ask either of them, they will deny it. Before we get to our number one feud, here are some honorable mentions of other feuds from the last 55 years.
You're waiting for me to tell you I like it? Hell will freeze over.
Well, I would suggest that you show some enthusiasm, or I'll shoot your boyfriend again, maybe in the head.
Welcome here, Monica. This is my house. Oh my goodness, would you just tattoo that on your forehead? Forget it.
Why did you come back?
Mommy, is everything okay?
Oh, yes, my darling. Welcome to the family.
What are you doing? What am I doing? Just hanging out. How does it feel to be trapped in an elevator? In the elevator where you tried to kill me.
That's not true. Why are you doing this?
Revenge. Pure and simple. Revenge.
You are selfish and you're needy and you are not satisfied until everybody in the room is in love with Maxie. That is not true. Really, because it wouldn't be the first time that you tried to prove to me that any guy I cared about would leave me for you.
Lulu, I never wanted you to find out that Johnny and I kissed.
Oh, please! You couldn't wait for Johnny to tell me. Did you want to know the truth? Or didn't you? Oh, I'm sure there's more truth that I haven't heard yet.
I could have slept with Johnny the night of the blizzard, but I didn't.
And that's supposed to make you best friend of the year?
Clearly, Johnny is too much for you to handle, and it's not going to work. He's known that for a while.
Did he share that little secret with you? I could figure it out on my own.
At number 1, the Spencers versus the Cassadines.
My curse on you, Laura and Luke. My curse on both of you.
That's right, the infamous never-ending war between the Spencer and Cassadine families takes the number 1 spot. It all started when Mikos Cassadine tried to freeze the world with a diamond and a weather machine. Weird, right? Luke ends up killing Mikos, destroying his plans, and his wife Helena Cassadine spent the rest of her life trying to make Luke, Laura, and the rest of the Spencers pay for her husband's death. Helena's dead and gone, as are her children and her grandson Nicholas, and Luke's retired and gone to Amsterdam, but Mikos' son Valentine is still causing the remaining Spencers of Port Charles grief. That's all, folks. Comment below if we missed any of your favorite feuds, and be sure to tell us what other lists you'd like to see us cover. Make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up, and you can subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next time.